In the name of Allah, the most kind, the most merciful. Welcome all to today's our session about how to take a classic storytelling framework and turn them into a prompt structure. So let's start our video where we are going to discuss about why storytelling matters in AI writing. Before we touch frameworks, we need one mindset that storytelling is not writing stories. It's how you make any content feel alive. This includes captions, reel skips, blog intros, emails, sales pages, personal branding posts, product descriptions, and even tutorial content. Whenever you tell something as a story instead of a statement, it increases engagement immediately. Why? Because the human brain is wired to track characters, conflicts, changes, emotions, surprises, transformation. AI does not naturally understand this. You must guide the AI using storytelling prompts. Uh, think like this: tell a story about fitness, and AI writes a random, boring story. But if we say tell a story about a beginner who almost quit the gym, faced one biggest emotional obstacle, learned one surprising lesson, and ended the story with a transformation that inspired the reader. So AI writes a meaningful story following your question. Now your today's job is to learn the patterns, turn them into reusable prompts, use them for everything. Now we see what are the story frameworks. A framework is like a mindset or a map. It tells your story where to go next. AI loves maps. If you give AI a framework inside your prompt, it becomes predictable, consistent, and powerful. For example, we say use the hero's journey but make it to micro and 3 sentences. See, now AI knows exactly what to do. Let's use ADA, that is attention, interest, desire, and action, but rewrite in story format. AI follows it step by step. Use pause, but make the solution emotional. AI shapes the story around emotions. So today we will use these 3 frameworks. Let me show you the frameworks on your screen so that it can be better for you to understand things. These are the frameworks. Wait for a second. Most people teach hero's journey in 12 stages, but we don't need that. We don't need a Hollywood movie script. We need the micro hero's journey, which were for real carousels, captions, short stories, emotional hooks. Also the email hooks, ads, and motivational content. So here we have the simple three-stage hero's journey formula. The first one is the problem stage. The hero is stuck, confused, scared, and unsure. Something feels like wrong. Then we have the discovery stage. The hero finds a tool, lesson, mentor, realization, or a turning point. Then we have the third stage, that is the transformation stage. The hero becomes someone new, stronger, wiser, and more capable. Here we have three stages of a hero's journey formula. Let me show you on the screen so that it's better for you to understand. Here we have for you here we have a simple version of hero's journey AI prompt. Let me show you on the screen. So here it is, the prompt on your screen. Wait for a second. I welcome you all who has joined the stream. Give your feedback about the stream. Are you learning something new? Give the feedback in the chat box. So here we have the prompt where we should write a micro hero's journey story with the three scenes that are the struggle or problem the hero faces, then the discovery or the turning point, and then we have the transformation of a new mindset. Make each session vivid, emotional, and relatable. Use simple language and keep it under 180 characters. If we see an advanced version of the hero's AI prompt, we have this also for you for advanced usage. Wait for a second and I will show it on your screen. Here we have the advanced version of the hero's journey prompt. Wait for a second and I will show it. There is some my internet issue. You have to wait a little bit so that I can solve it. Here we have the advanced version. Wait for a second. For those who have joined us now, welcome you all. Give your feedback about the live stream in the chat box. So here we have the advanced version where we say write a story using the micro hero's journey structure. Here we will describe the structure, character, that is somewhat relatable. Then we will give the struggle, one emotional challenge they face. Then we will give the discovery, one lesson, tool, or moment that changes them. Then we have the transmission, who they become afterward. Then we have the style rules, that does use emotional language, keep sentences short, add one strong visual detail per scene. And after that we have end with a relatable insight for the reader. Now what makes it effective, because AI has now character, structure, and emotional direction with clear style rules. How we move forward towards the next section, that is about problem, agitate, and solution. Now let's go deeper. PASS is the world's most effective persuasion framework, because humans do not respond to solutions, they respond to pain plus relief. PASS is a powerful story, and because it forces attention. Here we have the details, what PASS is, what we are talking to. Here is that P is equal to problem, it shows the difficulties. And then we have the A, agitate. Here you can make the problem feels urgent, emotional, and painful. And then the solution, where you resolve the solution or the tension. Here we have the prompt for you as well, related to PASS. That defines the problem and present a specific solution for that. Where we say write a short story using PASS, where it shows the character's main problem, then it intensifies the feeling around the problem and show how the character solve it. We use natural storytelling tone, simple words, and end with one emotional insight. If we talk about the emotional edition of the same topic, here we have for you wait for a second and I will show it you on the screen. So here it is, write a story in PASS structure, where problem is one clear challenge. Then the next step is describe how it affects their emotions, confidence, and daily life. Then we have a solution, show the breakthrough moment and how their life changes. Then we have the tone and the length to limit the things. Now we will discuss about the ADA. It's attention, interest, desire, and action. It's mainly used in marketing, but when turned into a story, it becomes very powerful. If you see attention start with a surprising moment, then interest is built with curiosity with details, and desire is to make readers emotionally want the outcome. Then we have the action, show the next step or the lesson. Let me show you this on your screen so that it's better for you to understand what we are talking about. Here we have ADA. ADA means attention, interest, desire, and action. Now we will talk about its story prompt, a simple version of Ada story prompt. Let me show you on the screen. Wait for a second and I will show it you on the screen. Where we will say write a storytelling style Ada piece. Then we will say attention, start with a surprising or emotional moment. Then the interest is add background details that build curiosity. Then we will say add desire, show what the character fully or truly wants and how the outcomes matter. Then we have the action where we will say and with that insight and next step for the reader. So this is the simple version of an Ada story prompt. If we say an inspirational or advanced version of the story, let me show you on the screen. This would work much better than the simple version prompt. Here we will say write an inspirational story using Ada structure. And here we have the attention, start with a dramatic moment. In interest we have explain what led to the moment. And we have desire that says show what the characters wanted and how they worked towards it. And in the last we have the action that ends with a message telling the reader what lesson they can apply. So this way you can improve your storytelling skills by using a perfect prompt. Now the main topic is when to use each framework. So here is the simplest rule book. Hero's journey when transformation matters. It's great for motivation, personal stories, fitness journeys, and business struggles or before and after stories. And pause is perfect for when emotions and pain matter. Let me show you on the screen as well, so that's easier for you to understand. Wait for a second and I will show you all on the screen. For those who have joined us now, give your feedback in the chat box about what you are learning from this live session. So here we have pause that defines emotions and pain matter. It's great for sales, coaching, narratives, problem solved content or relatable stories, productivity or mindset issues. If we talk about the Ada, when you want action, you can use the Ada. It's great for hooks, captions, ads, blog intros, announcement posts, and contents that need CTA. Now we will discuss about how AI misunderstands stories and important insights. Most people don't know this. AI does not understand arc, perspective, emotional pacing, tension, rhythm. It only understands the patterns. So the key to storytelling prompt is to give the structure. Tell AI what the emotions to start with or how the tension arises, how the character changes, what the reader should feel. This is why frameworks work or matter, and they give AI the shape of the story. Without frameworks, AI creates a flat story, and with framework, it creates cinematic, emotional, and engagement content. Now we have the meta prompt that says choose the right framework. Let me show the prompt on your screen so that's easier for you to understand things. Wait for a second and I will show it you on the screen. For those who have joined us now, give your feedback in the chat box. Are you learning something new? or you want anything to be discussed on this channel or the live stream. So here we have the prompt. That's how to choose the right framework. The prompt is, I want to create a story about, here you can give the topic. Then we will say, give me the recommended storytelling framework. That could be Hero's Journey, Pass, or Agile. Then we will say a short explanation why, a story outline using that framework, and a final written story of 130 to 180 words. So this way you can give AI the command to write a better story for you. Now the next topic is, what is a story blueprint? Story blueprint is not a story, it's the data of the story. AI doesn't need your paragraph, it needs the key moments, emotions, the turning point, the results, the message. Think of it like cooking. A story is a cooked dish, a blueprint is a recipe. AI only knows cooks well when you give it the ingredients and the sequence. Now we'll discuss about the 5 data points every AI story needed. The 5 points will instantly give you a professional quality story. So here we have the first one, that is the character. That defines who is the story about, what makes them relatable, and why should we care about them. AI struggles unless you define the person in one sentence. Here we will give the example where we say a shy beginner who feels embarrassed to ask for help. Then we have the second one, the data point, that is conflict. That defines what is the emotional block, what feels impossible, what situation creates stress. So story without conflict is boring. For example, if we say he keeps going to the gym but leaves earlier because he feels judged. Now the next thing we discuss is pressure point. What moments make the situation feel real? This is a specific event, not a general description. For example, if we say he dropped a dumbbell by mistake and people looked at him, AI writes better emotional scenes when you give one specific event. Then here it's come the turning point. That says what changed, what shifted their thinking, what new insight appeared. Here we have the example of it where we say he noticed every advanced lifter were making mistakes and laughing it off. Now AI needs a clear mental shift to show transformation. In transformation we say what new version of the character appears, how did they grow, how did they realize. As an example, we will say he started recording small 10-minute workouts and slowly gained confidence. So when you give these 5 data points, AI story become consistent, emotional, powerful, clear, and human. So here we have the real life story blueprint prompt. This is the prompt that transforms your raw memory into a structured data or a structured story data. Let me show you this prompt on your screen so that it's better for you to understand. Turn the following real life moments into a story blueprints with the 5 parts that are character, conflict, pressure point, turning point, and transformation. It's a real type moment that describes your experience in one to two, three sentences. This is the secret behind the wireless storytelling post. You don't need a full story. You just give the few raw life moment, and AI breaks it into the blueprint. Now we are going to discuss the next point. That says how AI builds better stories when your prompt is weak or input is weak. Sometimes people say, I don't have interesting stories. It's not true. The meaning is the story, not the event. AI can turn even a tiny moment into a meaningful story as long as you give it emotion, what you learn, and why it matters. We give an example input. It could be I was scared to the send my first email newsletter. AI can turn this into a character that says a nervous beginner, into a conflict that it's a fear of judgment. Then we have the pressure point that says hovering over the send button. Then we have the turning point that realizing people actually what help. Then we have the transmission that gives confidence. So the AI doesn't need a big dramatic experience, it needs clarity and emotion. So this is our today's live discussion. We will come back tomorrow and discussing about the same topic. Today we have some lesser time, so we are winding it earlier. For further, we will come back tomorrow and discuss further things about